morning. This is Fizz. Fizz is a Welsh cross Arabian mare, belonged to some long-term clients of ours. We've had a bit to do with Fizz over the last 6 months. She's been to a few of our clinics. She was started under saddle by someone else and had a number of years spell, and came back into work earlier this year, where she spent about 5-6 weeks with us. Fizz was very well started under saddle. She had had an excellent foundation put on her, which gave us a very good platform to work on and build off. She's extremely sensitive and a very smart young mare. Being an Arab cross Welsh, she's not going to handle a great deal of pressure, but she's very sensitive and smart, so she's looking to get off pressure fairly quickly, which is enjoyable to work with. Fizz was quite a pushy young mare when she came to us a few months ago. I think it was about May or June she come up for a while. She was very invasive of your personal space. She wouldn't move out of your space. She'd get quite piggy and a little bit obstinate about getting out of your space when asked. She'd like to pin her ears and get right up close and personal. So we did quite a bit of work over the period of time she was with us of getting her respectful and responsive on the ground again. Teaching her to mind her own space and be comfortable in her own space and not to come into my bubble unless she was asked to. So over that time she returned to her owners, who have done quite well bringing her along steadily. Her owner is quite a green person to horses as well, having only got into horses late in life, so it's been quite a learning curve for him and his little filly. And like I said, he's been to a few clinics, both with us and with some other people, which has helped him along a bit. And anyway, Fizz come back a week ago, incidentally just to have a feet trim. And we noticed she was starting to get a little bit pushy and fall back into some of her old ways, which is pretty common, especially with owners that have been working and a bit busy, and the horse has been left in the paddock a bit, or bit of spring grass and she's feeling a bit fresher. And sometimes it's just a case of an inexperienced owner not maybe picking up on a few of those little signs, and the horse starting to push its boundaries a little bit like a bit of a spoilt kid and needing to come back in for a bit of preschool. Anyway, her owner decided that Fizz needed to stay for a week and go over a few basics and refresh a few things in her memory. So she's been here 7 days today. We had yesterday off as Christmas Day, and I thought I'd bring her out today and give her a little bit of a fresher up in front of the camera, show where she's at. Her owner's particularly interested in some of the extreme cowboy stuff, so we thought we'd tackle the obstacle course this morning, and it's the first time I've put Fizz through the obstacles, but she has been over obstacles at least at one clinic that I know of. This morning I gave her a bit of a run through of some of these obstacles, and she wasn't particularly keen on going into them or over them or around them. So we've done a bit of work this morning with her already, just moving her feet left, right, forwards and backwards, and establishing that respect in the obstacles. What you can find sometimes when you're working with these young horses, if you only ever work them in one spot, you'll find they get really, really good in that spot. For instance, you might only work your horse in a round yard, and then you think you've got it all perfect, and you take them out somewhere and you go to ask that horse to do something and the horse doesn't do it. The reason that is because your horse has sort of gone onto autopilot a little bit. It's a bit like you. Every day you get up, you make your coffee, you make your toast, you sit down and eat it. It's a bit of an autopilot. You don't really think about it, you just do it. Well, your horse kind of does that too after a while when you're doing the same thing in the same place all the time. So if you really want to test how your ground skills or your ridden skills are going with your horse, you really need to take them out to some other areas and do a bit of work somewhere else, and then you'll find where the holes are, because your horse will be distracted and he'll be looking around and, you know, all this sort of thing. So this is the first day that this man's been on the arena, and we saw some holes straight away come out, so which was good because we were able to work through some of that. So this is not a training video. This is more posted just to show a little bit of what you can do with one of these young horses on the line, even just establishing respect and getting them to move their feet. You can do this stuff with a yearling, you can do it with a weanling, you can do it with a foal, you can do it with a Shetland pony, you can do it with your Clydesdale. There's nothing here that's difficult or taxing on a horse. You know, we might pop over a couple of jumps, and again, that's completely age and size appropriate. If you've got a baby foal, well, obviously you're not going to make them jump over the 3-foot jump, but you can trot them over some poles. You know, you might put up a cavaletti or something like that, and that's not going to hurt them at all. Believe me, foals gallop around the paddock jumping logs all day long, it's not going to hurt them. So, yeah, so I just wanted to run through a bit of things of where little Fizz is at, and show you some of the things that she knows how to do, and a few of the things that we've refined over the last few days. Like I said, we'd done all this stuff already. We hadn't put it through obstacles, but we'd done a lot of the ground stuff. And if you've done your ground stuff properly, even when you go to a new place, you can guarantee you're going to get about 70% of what you had at home. But if you've done it properly, it won't take very long in that space to get your horse working back to 100%. If you've got your ground respect, you've got your ground manners, you can move your horse's feet left, right, forwards and backwards, then you're going to get that result again at the level you were at home, with a bit of persistence and just getting that horse back, communicating with you at the same level you were at home. So I'm going to go ahead and move this filly, and we're going to start off with just the basic yielding the hindquarters and yielding the forequarters. So I'm going to start with our hindquarter here. I want to see a nice yield, crossing over those back legs, handing that hindquarter away from me. Alright, there's a rub full stop. Okay. Same with the forequarters. See her crossing over in front, moving those feet with a fair bit of energy. You know, she's pivoting beautifully off that back foot, and that's what I want to see. Rub it to a stop. Okay. With all your tools, you need to be able to use these tools everywhere on your horse without them being fearful. They need to be respectful and responsive, but we don't want them fearful. You know, I need to be able to wave this stick around with some energy and have her not be particularly concerned about it. I need to be able to, she's moving her hindquarters away there, which is fine. You know, I need to be able to swing my string around without her getting upset and wanting to rack off, so on and so forth. Now we'll just do the other side. And remember, what you do on the left side, you've always got to repeat on the right side. New side of horse, new side of brain. Rub it to a stop. just came here the other day, she was extremely disrespectful, extremely pushy. One of the issues that I had with her was I couldn't move her forequarters around. She threw quite a tantrum actually when we asked her to do that, and we had a bit of an issue with trying to trim her feet because she wanted to drop her weight on us, drop her forequarter onto us, and generally be a real pain in the neck. So yeah, just going over those ground skills, the thing is she didn't have a problem with her feet being trimmed, she had a problem with respect and being invasive and pushy in our space. So all these little exercises we do, moving that horse's feet, making her yield, making her move out of her space, making her stay out there where she's told until I ask her to come in. And with this horse, because she's particularly invasive into our space, I won't call her into my space. When I'm ready to walk out there and give her a rub, which I will in a minute, I'll walk to her. I won't get her to walk to me. If I had a horse that was real frightened of me and sort of dodging my body language, not wanting to come towards me, then I'd go bring them to me more, you know, draw them into me. With this horse, she's got the opposite problem. So now we've done a bit of our warm-up for our groundwork, we're going to go ahead and put her through some of these obstacles. have Fizz.